Over to
Hello,
you.
everyone. I'm come from Taiwan National Cheng University and the Department of Institute of Creative Industrial Design. And my name is Kuan-Ju. And my topic is to exploring the trend of plant-based meat in Taiwan. And this is my content. I will go through this topic. And in nowadays, we can strongly feel about the change of our environment. And from the data shows that the global population will reach about 8.6 million in 2030 and 9.8 million in 2050. And due to the population growth, urbanization, and income rates, it will driving the demand of livestock. It means that the people will consume more animal protein or the meat. And the livestock sector causes a lot of pollutions, and it also responsible for 40.5% of total anthropogenic greenhouse gas emissions. So more and more people trying to get attention to this kind of environmental issues. So they're trying to become more green or more vegan. And in the 2019 is the year of vegan, and the number of vegan is on the rise. From the data as January 2021, the number of vegan population in the world is approximately 79 million. And also in our country, in Taiwan, we stand for 14% of vegan population of our whole population. And compared to the other country in the Asia area, is in the top rank. So the vegetarian population is growing fast, and the vegan become a global trend of the new diet culture. And there are more and more people trying to become a flexitarian. And who is flexitarian? Flexitarian means that the people who eat more vegan food in their daily life, but they don't avoid to eat the meat. And they're trying to become flexitarian due to maybe some of the health problems, animal rights, or environmental protection issues. Okay. Sorry. And they're trying to attend another kind of diet. It's called plant-based diet. And plant-based diet is a diet focused on the eating foods from the plant resources. It will include the fruits, vegetables, or some meat substitutes. For example, the oat milk or the plant-based meat. And next is the trend of global plant-based protein. And in nowadays, more people trying to consume more plant-based proteins instead of the animal proteins to protect the environment issues. And in the global plant-based meat market size, it is still the growing since the 2016 to the 2027. And what is plant-based meat? As we know, the famous brand of plant-based meat in America is the Beyond Meat. And plant-based meat is the meat which made by plants and also look like, taste like, and it could like the conventional meat. And it also represents the value of environment protection, animal welfare, and healthy lifestyles. And this is my literature review. It includes the 4 parts. And the first is the food and agriculture revolution. And the second is about the consumer behavior, about the green food consumption. And the third is the transformation of the food industry in Taiwan. And the next is the plant-based meat. And from my literature review, I found that the global plant-based meat market trends, and the market can reach 6,500 million at 2026. And the CAGR rate can reach 7.6% between 2018 to 2025. And currently, the meat substitutes market is leading by Europe, but in the future, the Asia market is big expected. And the different industry have the different aspects on the R&D in the vegan or meat substitutes industries, and the competitive are expected to increase. And more companies, they will combine the various of materials and the different channels to develop this kind of product line. And green consumption is considered as a process which is strongly influenced by the consumer own values, norms, and habits. And it also needs to support by the government policy, consumers' environmental value, and the convenient channels. And the food-related decisions are complexity because it includes the wide range of the social, cognitive, affective, and environmental influences. And the framework is from the green consumption. It will divide it into the three parts. There are individual factors, social factors, and the situational factors. And this is my research objective and questions. First objective is I want to explore the trend of plant-based meat in Taiwan. And the second is to explore the consumer behavior of plant-based meat in Taiwan. And the third is to identify the future development direction of plant-based meat. And this is my research process and my methodology. For my objective and question ones, I will use the literature analysis, also the literature review to answer my question. And for my objective and question two, I will use the questionnaire survey. And for my question three, I will use the in-depth interview to interview the 2 to 3 Taiwanese local plant-based meat brands to ask their thoughts and the thinkings about this kind of new market. And my finding is that plant-based meat is being accessed to many channels in Taiwan. For example, the local supermarket, PS Mart, or the Costco, Carrefour, or the convenience store, even the luxury coffee shop, Starbucks, or the vegan restaurant, or the fast food restaurant like Burger King and Moss Burger. And more local Taiwan brands started to do the research and the development on the plant-based meat. For example, the Vivet. Vivet is established by Hongyang. Hongyang is the Taiwan traditional vegan meat manufacturer. And the Songgift is the brands that produce the organic cereals or organic foods. And Veg Farm is the company that produce the many kind of vegan seafood or vegan meat. And next is the findings from the questionnaire survey of consumer behavior from 107 plant-based meat consumers in Taiwan, and will combine the 5 parts. And I found that the consumers prefer to have more choices on the vegan food, such as the future meat. And because maybe they pursue some new things, some fresh. And the many consumers not consuming plant-based meat regularly in their daily life because plant-based meat in Taiwan is a kind of new product. So it is not a necessary daily things that they need to have every day. So maybe they will consume 1 to 3 times for a week. And they usually eat plant-based meals rather than cook by themselves. It may due to the lifestyle for Taiwanese, they pursue the convenient food and they like to eat outside and not in the home. And what is the factors that consumer more care about is the price and the food additive and the channels. Because a plant-based meat is still in the high price, so they can buy this kind of product often, and the additive is too much, so it may cause a burden for the human body, and the channel is not spread to many places, so it's not easy to get. Okay, and they receive the promotion information on the Facebook, YouTube, and the Line often. We can think that this kind of group of people, they like to maybe share this kind of information on the social media. And they are a heavy user of the social platform or like YouTube, Facebook, or Line or Instagram. And over 57.9% of the consumer are willing to consume the plant-based meat continuing in Taiwan. So this market have the potential opportunities. And when they choose the plant-based meat product, they more care about price, label, flavor, and the food additives. And they are influenced by the mainstream diet culture, social health, social environment, and the social media. The people are easily to influenced by the others and the social atmosphere. And also, over 89.6% of consumers are senior intellectuals. They will think a lot and make a consciousness buying behavior when they buying something. And I found that the group of Generation Z, it means the younger generation, maybe from the 19 years old to the 24 years old, they are more willing to try this kind of new products. Okay, my conclusion is that most of the plant-based meat consumers are younger generation, like Generation X and the Generation Z, and they are familiar with the social media such as Facebook, YouTube, and Line. And price, label, flavor, and food additive are the important factors that influence consumer behavior of the plant-based meat. But some of the consumers are still remain the hesitancy on plant-based meat because this is a new product. And plant-based meat still has a lot of space and the challenges need to overcome in Taiwan. And the discussion, is plant-based meat just a trendy product for well or potential commercial product? And why more and more companies in Taiwan want to do R&D on this product? And also how to promote this kind of vegan products in Taiwan to the non-vegan population to create the more market and more group of people. And this is my references. Thank you.